Oh, hello everybody, this is Steve at Winterbourne Workshop. What we're going to be doing today is twice turning this oak bowl. Got a little bit of burr on it. This is the inside of a bigger one that I caught some time ago and set in a bag of shavings. So I already left it with a recess so I can put it onto these shark jaws, deep shark jaws, so I can lift it away from the motor housing. This is 11 1/4. I don't think it's moved much. 11 1/8 and 5 1/4 inches deep. So I'll get it mounted up. Yeah, that looks fairly stable. Right. I have left the foot slightly oversized, so we should be able to go in there and true that up, true the outside up. So let's spin it up. As I said, it's reasonably well balanced, so it shouldn't take too much to get it into shape. Speed up to 800. Going with a 1/2 inch spindle gauge. True the bottom up. Just make sure it's concave. It would be wise to just go over that with a gouge first. Just a little bit too unbalanced for the refiner. See that okay? Just get into here with the spindle gauge again, just to get right into the corner. Just take that edge off there. So look at that. Little bit of end grain tear out there. Although we've got end grain all over the place in this. So a lot of myths flying around that you must have a flat surface to mount your jaws against, and you don't. As long as you've got an even surface, then that's going to be okay. So at this point, I think we're actually ready to start sanding. Right, so we're going to start off at 120 power sanding. Go into the bit of free when you hand sanding around the bottom here. That's come up rather nice. All the different swirling grains in there, branch inclusions, a little bit of the burr left at the bottom, which is nice because it's going to appear in the bottom of the bowl rather than being turned away. So, right, I'm going to get some oil onto this. Clear me sand and stuff out of the way first. So for this I'll be using Koenig varnish. I think I mentioned this on previous videos. Obtained from Simon Hope in the UK. This will soak in nicely. This is one of those, that's not really a varnish, it's an oil, it's German, they call it a varnish. So this is one of those that you leave on for 10 minutes and then buff off the excess, and that takes a few days to harden up. A few little cracks and fissures in there, but I'm going to leave those in. All add to the character. I'm surprised how little this moved actually. I left it about 3/4 of an inch thick, thinking that I'd leave myself plenty if it went oval, but it hasn't. In a bowl of this size I like to leave quite thick in any rate. Thin bowls have got their place, as have thicker ones. Right, well I'm going to let that sit for 20 minutes, and then get rid of the excess, give it a little bit of a buff up, and I'll be back. Right, so here we are. 20 minutes has elapsed. I've had a nice cup of tea. Let's just get rid of the excess on here, or off here I should say, and we'll spin the lathe up, just buff it in a bit, create a bit of heat. Yeah, that's good. Again, this is another one of those oils that produces a sheen rather than a shine, which I'm kind of more partial to in any rate. So I'll whip that off, get rid of this big old chuck. I think I had him expanded to about 5.5 inches. They're the deep shark jaws on a VM 120. Get those out of the way. And these are 5-inch jaws on a Nova. Right. Let's get to turning the inside out. So you can see there where I've created the recess when I poured it out. Get a scraper onto it now. So we rest a bit higher. Yeah, that seems quite decent. But being so far away from the tool rest, you can't control it as well, and there's a tendency to catch. So I'm going in with the Simon hook negative rate spider. Let's have a look at that. Still got a little bit of a lump just here. So I've probably gone in too deep on the bottom at some point, but I'm going to continue with the negative rake. I'm just going to put another burr on that. Just a bit more to come out, just there. Always work on the basis that if you can feel it, once you get a shine on it, you're going to see it. A few little tool marks there, but I'm pretty sure they're going to go with some sanding. Get my tools out of the way. Get my tool rest out of the way. And we'll get on with some sanding. Right, so here we are back again, all set up for sanding, and as usual start off at 120 and work our way up through the grits. Slow that down a bit. get some oil into it. Use the same stuff, Koenig special varnish, food safe. Slather it in, and that really highlights those branch inclusions and the remains of the burr. Make sure it goes into those small cracks. I find the easiest way to get any excess oil out of those tiny little cracks is just to spin the bowl up. Obviously it doesn't work on the inside, but it works on the rim and the outside. On the inside it just forces it back into the wood. But there are no cracks on the inside, so that's good. Right. Well, that's super duper. Same thing, we'll leave it 20 minutes to soak in, and bring it back, buff it up, and we'll have a look at it. We're back again. So we spin that up, just buff that in a bit. A bit more speed, create a bit more heat. If you can see that, let's bring the camera down so you can see that bad boy. And over here, I've got the original that this was cord from, which I'd done a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, overall, rather pleased with the results. Well, thanks for watching. And I hope you join me again another time. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all that old malarkey. That'd be very nice if you could. Thank you.